Hey guys.
What's up, Hallowmaniacs? We are headed to the halfway to Halloween Expo here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Super excited. First time that we've ever been to this. So I just can't wait to see what we find,
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most?
Well, this is the first time for Joe and I to go to this event, and I'm super excited. I've never even heard of a halfway to Halloween Expo, let alone one in Michigan so close to home. So, yeah, looking really forward to this. I am really excited for, I think, a lot of the merch that's going to be here. There's a haunted expo, like a walkthrough, a haunted experience.
Get spooky. Again, first time. If we love it, then we'll probably come back again next year and make it an annual thing. And I think it's only, the fourth annual year that we know of that they've done this here in Ann Arbor. So
yeah,
we'll see what it holds and if it's worthwhile, right?
Yep.
So come along with the journey with us.
Let's get going. Yeah, so we saw these first two hearses coming in, and we went, as soon as you got there, you walked into an area where there was probably about maybe 3 hearses outside. I think later in the day they brought a couple more different ones, but here was one that was really, really old. I mean, look at that car. It's rusted up, but I think it was so cool to see.
Can't you say that guy looks flushed?
Speaking of flushes, you'll see a royal flush coming up here in a second, but check out those Ben Cooper vintage Halloween masks.
Yeah, the pride that some of these owners take into these hearses is just amazing. They really put in the display, and it's kind of like an antique car show, right? They really put a lot of time into it and really dress it up. I love the classic Universal monsters. That was probably my favorite hearse out of all of them for that reason.
Yeah, those were the real monsters. Oh my goodness, I think we're just at the beginning of this, and you can see just how much detail and cool props people have brought to this. So this is amazing.
This is getting me excited for Halloween already. And that's the whole purpose of the event, right?
Look at they're having a good old time in there. Playing cards and all.
Royal flush.
Okay, so this actually reminded me of Trick or Treat Sam. I know it's not, but what's cool about it, they had similarities, is we walked in and here were a bunch of items that were going to be raffled off. So I think how it worked was you would buy raffle tickets, and then you'll notice that there's boxes by each of the items, and I think you could choose where you wanted to essentially
drop your tickets
your tickets and have a chance probably at the end of the day, or maybe they would contact you afterwards. I'm not sure, but I thought that was such a cool idea to have. And you'll see these skeletons I thought were awesome.
Super detailed. I mean, the eyes, look at this one's lighting up. I mean, just different kind of models that you don't see in your normal retail outlet. So definitely unique there.
Exactly. And then there were so many different hearses. Did you ever think, Joe, that you would be in a place where there were so many different kinds of hearses?
Never in a million years, that's for sure, but very unique.
Yeah, me either. I was super surprised at how many different hearses there were.
Look at this guy.
Do you mind if we get a picture of you? You guys look amazing. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were great to see, that group of witches. They really, I could tell, were going into character there. And they actually had, later on, you'll see where they did a dance performance. And I got a little bit of that in tape. We'll show more of that later. But going back to the hearses, I just love these decorations. And you know me, I love anything with skeletons and the Grim Reaper. And actually was surprised afterwards. I wanted to find out a little bit more about hearses. And I think the term, the hearse, actually came to play in public was in the 1300s.
Yep, 13th century, I believe. Yep, or 1300s.
Yep, long time ago.
Absolutely.
So first motorized hearse was in the early 1900s. Some other cool facts was that they actually take luxury cars like a Cadillac. They cut it in two pieces, put fiberglass, and that's how they kind of put it together, lengthen it. But
average cost $100,000, which I never would have guessed in a million years, but pretty price tag on these.
yeah, they are definitely not something to like an easy price or like a low price.
No.
It's not cheap at all
No.
by any means. So that's why just seeing these vendors bring this in, it really shows just like how much time and effort they actually put into their car here.
Vehicle manufacturing at a premium.
Okay, so as we move on from the hearses, we kind of went in a corridor where there was a lot of different vendors. You saw some with artwork. There's here that had one that had a lot of different shadow box versions, and yeah, just so much creativity.
The merch was fantastic, and look at this. You can hold a snake, you can hold reptiles. Of course, you have to sign a waiver, but that was different.
Yeah, I think my anxiety level with the snakes like that would be going through the roof. Maybe I could handle this little lizard fellow or whatever that is, but look at this, how the snake goes around that lady's leg. Like I
No,
would,
thank you.
Yeah. That would not be happening. But as we continued, we kind of went back. You had to go through the Hearse section, and here was where a lot of the merch happened. And love this all. Like here was like one booth where they had a lot of like oddities and curiosities, and it was just so many different, like you saw insects, bugs, of like butterflies, all kinds of things just in jars. And I love the crocodile head, but here was a really cool two-headed duck.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's pretty unique. Look at that.
It was eerie but yet cute at the same time, right?
Of course, two heads are better than one, right?
Hey, I like that. This was really cool designer where here, vendor that had, it was like these tree stumps.
Yeah.
I thought that would look cool if you had a haunted forest set up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was really neat. I like those a lot.
Cool.
Some cool things.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that vendor reminded me of something completely out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but now here's something straight from Little Shop of Horrors. Remember that, Audrey?
Oh, the Venus flytraps, and
Feed me, Seymour.
that's right. Super classic.
Yes, and this vendor right here had a ton of different tote bags and cute designs, and I'll show the vendor their sign that they had, and I try to incorporate, if I was able to see something, I definitely want to give credit to the vendors because they really do put so much effort into the show.
Yeah, these local creators make it what it is, right? Without these guys, you wouldn't have a show. So it's really a lot of brilliant minds all coming together.
Yeah, there was so much different things to look at. I mean, whether you're looking for books, decor, decorations. I love this vendor right here in particular. They had all different kinds of different pumpkins, and not just like your normal kinds. I mean, look at the amount of detail that goes into it.
Oh, absolutely. You can't find these at a normal retail outlet. I mean, these are specially made, customized, and really unique and fit for the setting, right? Which is all things Halloween.
Hey, look at that guy. But here's another one where this vendor had a lot of different dowels, and oh my goodness. First of all, I don't even like dowels just as they are normal. But now you put on a creepy face.
And they have razor sharp teeth. It's like, no thanks.
Chucky on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Or would it be Tiffany?
Yes.
Yeah, or Annabelle. See, there's too many scary dolls. But definitely this had a lot of creativity, so that was cool to see. This next vendor was really cool, and she's actually somebody that came from Hillsdale.
Yeah, she actually makes these all with clay. She's been doing this for 40 years. I talked a little bit with her about how long her craft has been going on, and I said, man, you are an expert. You've got this down pat.
Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of detail. It takes time, and I love this little Dracula. Isn't he adorable?
The designs are pretty cool with some of these things, I must admit.
Next up, I saw, this was kind of cool. It was like a different take on like a glass globe. It looked like they had the houses all lit up, and the small ones I think were 45, and the larger ones here were 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was, I bet that looks really cool, like in a dark lit room. And then
Love those masks.
Yes,
look at that.
These are really cool and definitely unique. They're not like the typical ones that you would see in the store. Gotta love them. Let us know if you have a favorite. Oh, look at this guy coming up.
Oh, man.
Oh, spooky.
I'm gonna eat your face.
I love it.
Oh, Erebus, awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Erebus. Stay spooky. Oh man, besides like wonderful merch, there was so many cool actors.
It was at this point I could hardly wait to see who else we were going to meet, right?
And we did.
Oh,
we
yeah.
really did.
Lots
right?
of fun characters indeed. So they really got into it. They really brought it to life, which was cool.
And I love these little dolls here. I love the Pennywise from It. Is just awesome. So many cool things to see.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah, you both look great. I know, I love it. Nice to see you. Yeah, from actors to like merch, there was also, like you just saw, some TikTok influencers. So yeah, it was really cool to see.
It was just a smorgasbord of Halloween all around, right?
My kind of place.
Absolutely, man. I'm still so excited for next year now after doing it this year. Totally worth it.
Yeah, I guess this is, we thought it was the 4th year in a row, but I think I was told it was the 5th year in a row that they've done this. So this has been going on for a little bit, but they said how it's just amazing how each year it keeps getting larger and larger. They keep adding on to from the years prior.
More and more Hallowmaniacs. You gotta love it, right?
Yeah, staying spooky. Look at this sign here. I love it, from Michael Myers from Halloween, Haddonfield Babysitters Club.
Yeah, the Babysitter Murders. That was almost the original title for that film, remember?
That is true.
Yep.
I almost forgot that, but no, that's very true.
Some cool masks here, cornstalker looking things. I mean, just the creativity was just unbelievable, and the wide variety of stuff was awesome. This guy had some really, really cool collectibles too. Where I was checking this out for quite some time. You're going to see here in a little bit some Crypt Keeper stuff that he had. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt. There's Goosebumps. That's super cool. And we grew up with that as a kid, so that was pretty neat.
Yeah, like the whole booth was like a blast from the past, and definitely tons of action figures. I mean, you name it, you think it, you name it, you saw it.
It was there, man.
Yeah, definitely a really cool booth here, and I love that one right there, that little bust of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, I think he wanted
cool.
100 for that, I remember offhand, so that was pretty cool.
Look at that vintage Marinette up there.
Yep.
Beetlejuice. This was cool. It's like a little stair design, and I kind of turned down the brightness of my camera so you could actually see the picture behind it, but so many cool things. And this next booth, this was awesome. This was amazing. This
guy was amazing with some of his designs. It just is such an awesome idea to buy these like foam pumpkins and carve these designs into them. I mean, how cool is that? Look at that.
Yeah, I totally encourage you to check out his website, nicholsdanish.com, and he takes, like Joe said, the foam pumpkins. They're all hand carved, and I think what a creative idea. I will not spoiling it, but if you've watched our videos, we did take something home from here, and you'll probably be able to tell which.
Of course we did. We took multiple things home from here, and while you're looking, you'll see if you can guess with which ones we took home. But there's some amazing pieces here that we just absolutely fell in love with, and we had to have for this next Halloween 2025.
Yeah, they will be forever treasures in our home, and definitely something that we will put in our Halloween display this year. But look at that. I mean, Young Frankenstein, so much effort. The vendor, he had his own booth and catalog. Definitely check him out. He had so many great things to offer. All right, guys, so as we step out here, we wanted to take a moment because we met two wonderful people.
David and Jamie from Haunt at the Roxbury. They are awesome content creators, so please subscribe to their channel. Give them a like, a thumbs up, watch their videos. Amazing people, amazing home haunt that they do every year for an awesome cause, and my kind of people.
And they're fellow Michiganders, so
Woohoo!
You gotta love that. But we're gonna put their thumbnail up there, and then yeah, definitely check them out. Two great people. Thank you so much for coming over and saying hi to us today.
Can you play Detroit Rock City on that thing? No! Worth a shot. So these spooky art prints were absolutely awesome. Wide variety of different horror genre, different films, characters. Man, there were so many cool ones, right?
Yeah, they weren't just scary, but they were funny too.
They
at
were
the same
unique.
time.
It made you chuckle. It's like, hey, I can get into this, right?
Yeah, I loved every single piece. Like, it just had like a little bit of humor to it, but it was overall it was spooky too. It was really neat.
Brought a lot of character to it. The work was resounding. Brought a lot of character, creativity, and very unique for sure.
Yeah, and it was a great deal. I think they're like 2 for $20.
Yeah.
12 by 12 size. So
spoiler alert: we may have taken a few home.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned to the end because we will show you everything we took home. Okay, so first of all, we just got some lunch for a refresh. I told Joey, I said, why do I look so short?
I know. You're 5'8", but I don't know. I think it's how we're standing on this hill.
Like 5'7", technically.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Hopefully, guys, you guys are enjoying stuff so far. Our expectations, I think, are definitely exceeded for this event so far. I'm super excited. There is a Halloween costume contest going on here in about 10 minutes, and I'm going to win it. You know why? Because nothing is spookier than this mug.
No, we're going to have fun. There's been some great costumes here that we've seen so far. A lot of people dressed up more than I thought.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Almost feels like a mini Comic-Con.
It really is. And I can't believe how many hearses there are, which is crazy, but that's super cool as well. The merch is amazing.
Yes.
Already made some purchases, and we'll continue to keep doing so, and we'll do a full review later when we get back home. But yeah, it's been great so far.
There honestly were so many great actors, and I love this backpack. And I actually tapped the gentleman on the shoulder, and I was like, hey, I love your backpack. And yeah, there's so many cool things here. Look at that merch with the tie-dye. These lamps were amazing. If I just had a bigger pocketbook or checkbook, man, I could do some
and more
damage.
space for storage, right? I mean,
That
look at all
too.
this cool, these action figures, all this nostalgic type of Halloween stuff that you kind of see all over the place. I mean, this booth right here, I mean, they had it all. They had records, they had autographs, they had photographs. I mean, just a little bit of everything, which is super cool.
Look at this noisemaker.
Vintage.
I love it. Yes, this vendor had some Halloween, like vintage Halloween items, and I love the noisemakers. You know I do. So I was like, oh boy, this could be a future purchase.
Yeah, there were some pretty cool comic books too. You know, kind of sifted through some of those, and definitely some that I've never seen before. So super cool there. Just, you know, can't take it all, but amazing pieces.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. I honestly, I need to really watch a lot of the older movies.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
The classics. But I love this little vintage corner. You'll see I'll get closer to that vintage bag right there. But they had like the plastic pumpkins, and I loved all this stuff.
I'm just biased, but I mean, they made it better back in the day. Like, I mean, not a total knock on today's stuff, but I mean, to me, it just doesn't compare.
It's a different category of its own. Like, I love the
we're
modern.
Old souls though too, so we're old souls. I think that's part of the issue there.
But I love that paper tablecloth right there. I mean, it just has that vintage look. I love it. Here's a better look at that plastic bag. I mean, tell me that does not look cool. Okay, so Joe went ahead of me, and you'll see we came up to a really cool booth that had a lot of vintage Halloween. It had blow molds, like Ben Cooper masks, so let's check it out because it's really neat.
I would have.
We do. But I love that one.
The haystack's pretty common for the short.
Yeah, I love that one though. There's some really nice things.
This is what's killing me that nobody's picked him up yet. Because I know what popcorn art.
Oh, I know. He's cool.
He was 65. I just got him for 60.
He's that color
That's
so
good color on
good.
him,
Yeah.
So that was kind of our nostalgic part with all the blow molds, all the cool stuff. Here's some Ben Cooper look-alike masks. I don't think they're legit, but kind of gave remnants of that.
They might be real, though.
It could be. Who knows,
I think they're real.
Got to do more research on that, but this was kind of like that vintage area, which is what I really liked about this show. It was really a little bit of everything, right? I mean, you found some vintage, you found some modern, you found some custom creations. It was truly everything. And look at this guy. This was a super cool costume as well.
Yeah, I think he had like the skeleton or puppet, however you want to say, and you can see he's manipulating it from behind it. But it was just cool because he looked like this huge monster coming at you.
Yeah, this huge menacing figure. Look at this. And I caught some really cool photos of this guy too. I thought that was a really cool costume.
Yeah, I loved it. And it was just, there's actors that are interacting with you inside. They're interacting with you outside. I mean, it was just, overall, it was a great event. And here we kind of went into, we wanted to make our way towards the haunted experience. You'll want to stick around because we did a whole walkthrough of the haunted house. And it's honestly a big collaboration of haunted houses in the Michigan area that come together and they put on a heck of a show for everybody.
I actually only have one regret with this show. You want to know what that regret is?
What's that?
That it's not more than one day.
Yeah.
Because I would totally go back for a day too. This was awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you. It really is. And maybe it's something, as they get more people, more traction. I thought it was pretty busy this year. And I mean, look at the amount. This was a really cool vendor that had a lot of different gourds, and they had where they were covered in faces. And it must have taken a lot of time and effort just to bring all their stuff here.
It's a lot of custom work, custom detail jobs here. And just look at the intricacies and the details. I mean, these are pretty cool. I mean, this is what helps make Halloween, right? Like, you light these up, you put these out and decorate, and it just makes it all come together.
Yeah, these were really neat. I love that one all the way to the right there. It kind of reminds me, you'll see it here in a second, like Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, it really does with the
Boogie
face. Yeah, that's super cool.
And I'll say the prices of a lot of the vendors were, for the most part, pretty reasonable.
Very reasonable. I thought there were some great deals to be had. We'll definitely show you guys at the end, what we walked away with. But man, there were just some cool pieces.
This was a really cool one. So
yes.
This is diamond art, and there's a screenshot of the vendor, and it is so cool. You take it, and it's all these little beads that come together to form this picture. I mean, it must take a lot of time to do that. And then once you take it out into the sun, it glistens like diamonds, like the name. We'll show it to you
cool.
at the end. But
what an awesome effect,
It is really neat. But here you'll see just more great items from vendors, and I can't say enough good things about this show.
No, it totally blew me away. My expectations were exceeded.
This is pretty unique. It's all kinds of stained glass with the different horror icons, villains. Here's just a little ghost. I mean, they were really cool.
Super fragile, but man, super cool. I mean, I'd be afraid to break those, but those are pretty neat.
This vendor had a lot of cool decor and different Halloween, just everything that you could imagine, and the detail on it just was not a normal skeleton. I mean, look at the amount of effort it took into just creating it and really make it look like it's not a true all bones. It's in that decomposition phase, and I think that's the name of the vendor booth.
Yeah,
so.
super cool. I mean, a lot of this stuff would just, blow a lot of folks away just with the creativity, the details.
So, Joe, do you have a favorite of different things that you've seen?
Oh my gosh, I just can't pick one. I mean, I love the vintage stuff, but some of this crafted stuff as well is so unique.
Me too. It's way too hard. But now I think it's time that we actually go to the haunted attraction. So let's check it out.
Just check them all out. Really high.
Awesome.
Hi!
Hi there.
How many in your group?
Two.
Okay, you signed the waivers?
Of course.
I don't believe you. They don't exist. All right. Don't touch things. Don't touch the monsters. No fires, and have fun.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
No fires for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
They always underestimate the powers of the witch. The flick of the wrist, your filthy little soul can be mine. Run along now, my baby, on the pride. And your limbs
Oh boy.
This ain't good.
Are you here for the sleepover? You're gonna have so much fun, you'll sleep forever. Down you go! The stairs. Back here, stairs. Well done to the sailor.
Thank you.
You watch your step. Hang on to that railing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You take a spill though. Be sure to cook up them guns real nice.
Well done. Ooh. Oh boy. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, the doll.
How'd you get down here?
We got lost.
Well, look at you. You're looking good enough to eat. Why don't you head upstairs now, Mama? Make you look
Oh boy. Hey, upstairs this.
Hello. Are you lost?
We are.
Yes.
I was too when Daddy left me at the petrol station.
What a terrible
But
father.
these kind people took me in and they've been keeping me
Well,
very well
that was
fed.
very kind.
Lots of fresh meat. Can I stay for supper? We'd love to have you.
Oh. Oh, Carl's dreaming her chainsaw.
Love the chainsaw.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Let's go, meat bags.
That's good.
I ain't got all night.
Meat bags. All right.
Meat bags, that's
I like
you.
that. I like
That's you.
that.
Oh, man. Look at Oh, look at that. I think we're surrounded. Oh, we gotta go out.
There we go.
Thank you. Oh.
What the hell are you doing on me?
Like when you got
So many people like you been around here.
That was good. Uh-oh. Will Joe make it? Oh. Oh, wow. I love it.
Where do I go?
You go there. Whoa! Too much TV. Oh! Ah! I'm right behind you.
I'm hoping that you guys know where you're going.
I'm following him. I don't know. Oh!
This is actually genuine. You're the first one.
To your right.
To the right? Okay.
It's so dark in here.
Ooh. It looks creepy with your shadow. All right. Ooh. Oh, there you are again. Oh my goodness, that haunted house was so much fun.
What an awesome collaboration. Just monsters and ghouls and all kinds of creatures left and right and complete darkness. That was fun.
Yeah, we had a really good time. And it was a pretty long haunted house compared to what I thought it was. I was like, oh, we'll be done in like a minute. And it seemed like we were in there a long time.
Oh man, that was worth the price of admission alone just to be able to go through that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so to all the haunted houses that did that, awesome job. You guys were great. Your actors were great. So
Thanks
thank you for
giving
doing
back
that.
to the community too. That was super cool to do for the show. Awesome time.
Yes. So I think that's going to do it for this portion of the video, but we still want to show you what we ended up taking home. So stay tuned because we're going to get into that right now. All right, guys. So as promised, we are back home, and I wanted to show you some of the things that we ended up taking home. And first, two little things. I think these were the tiniest of items that we ended up taking home, and they're just some vendors. She had a lot of different artwork and things like that, but I love these little magnets. I love the little skull head with this little evil-looking ghost. Yeah, these will definitely decorate our refrigerator. All right, so next up, I think I'm kind of working my way up in size here, but here is a little noisemaker. This is such a great item, I think, to add. It will go into my curio cabinet. So, again, if you are new to the channel or have not really watched any of our other videos and you like vintage Halloween, you'll definitely want to check out some of our older videos. Joe and I, we love to collect vintage Halloween, and this was a perfect addition. I have a couple different noisemakers and never had one with the plastic handle like this. So I think the wooden handles are a little bit older, but the plastic handles are a little bit newer, probably from the 60s, I'm guessing, I think 60s, 70s. So yeah, I love this. I think it's cool. I don't have one of this kind of shape of noisemaker. And I'm kind of wondering right now, almost sounds like, I don't know, maybe this is like a simple question, but it sounds like this almost like a little coin bank in there. It sounds like it's a coin with the little coin slot here. So yeah, I got to do a little bit of research myself on these, but I love the design and it was such an eye catcher, and yeah, happy to have this. All right, so next up, Joe and I got this from the vendor that, if you'll remember in the video where it said like they kind of had a little bit of humor to the photos, and it was the artwork. It was like 2 for $20 and the 12 by 12 photos. So this came from that booth, and yeah, I definitely want to have for this Halloween. There's a couple little areas in the house that I want to decorate up with and get some framed photos, and I love this. It's like the vintage photo, you know, carving the pumpkin, the father and the daughter, and then here you have creepy Michael Myers looming in the window watching. So I like that. It was pretty humorous, but I'll show you the next one that Joe really gravitated towards. All right, so this one is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and it has the 3 children in it here. But then you see Michael Myers kind of looming behind them. And this is funny because Halloween 3 is the only Halloween movie where Michael Myers is not in it. So I found it funny too, and I really like this as well. It's like that perfect trick-or-treating scene. And here you have kind of both main characters. And I wouldn't really say, you know, the children are the main character of Halloween 3, but I guess it's kind of the whole premise of the movie, the Season of the Witch, the trick-or-treaters, and then you have the king of the franchise himself, Michael Myers there. So yeah, these photos will definitely be shining bright somewhere within the house. All right, so this next piece was diamond art. So this is my first, and Joe and I's actually first collection piece of diamond art. So I may be behind on the times, but I guess I hear that is kind of a new thing. So I like it. I love it. I haven't seen that before, but just look at the amount of detail. All these different beads that, gosh, I can't imagine how long it takes to do one of these. We're actually asking the vendor and said, yeah, this takes us a super long time to do. And I mean, it's just amazing work and the detail. And Freddy Krueger, I think he's a super cool villain that we don't have a lot of. So this was something great to actually kind of have a little bit of Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street in our collection. I'll show you here too. We did take it outside in the sun, and I'll show a little clip here side by side what it looks like so you get that whole diamond effect. So yeah, I was very, very surprised at how it kind of glitters in the sun, but yeah, I love it. This is a wonderful purchase. All right, guys, so here is a vintage Halloween alert. Love this. I'm kind of sorry about the cardboard fortress right here, but I want to block the last thing that we got. So saving the best for last, right? But I love this. This is hard not to say that it is the best because vintage Halloween is our thing. And yeah, we do have one of these, but the one that we have, the coloring is not, you know, this is so orange and just so intact here. And yeah, Joe's like, oh my goodness, Stephanie, I love this. And the vendor, he goes, yeah, well, you might as well upgrade, because we were talking about the coloring not being as great on our other one. And yeah, why not, right? So this was a great piece. It does have the sticker on the back. So here you see the sticker, made in the USA. It is Empire, and these were typically made, I want to say, in the 60s, probably, and 70s mainly. So not sure on the exact year of it, but yeah, it's in great condition. It's got the Empire stamp right here. So yeah, super, super happy to have this. All right, so almost at the end here, but yeah, the last two items, and as we are Michiganders, and Joe is a huge baseball fan, this actually came from the gentleman's Nicholas Danish's booth, and those hand-carved pumpkins, and I love it. I'll show you how they both look lit up, but isn't this cool? So this is our, you know, our Detroit Tigers, and yeah, just the amount of detail. I mean, you have to have a steady hand to do this. Mine would probably, well, it'd be like the Detroit Blobs, because it would probably not be so clean like this, but I love this. And it was, of course, I think a very reasonable price. So yeah, I love these, and I want to show you the other one. Okay, you probably may have guessed it. So of course it is Mr. Svengoolie, the classic Chicago MeTV horror host. Yeah, it is. He's such a cool guy. We met him actually at this year's C2E2 Chicago Comic-Con conference. So it was our second time meeting him. Wonderful. Like, we love watching him on TV and everything. And yeah, it was always a pleasure to meet him. And yeah, we now have a pumpkin with his face on it. But this does not do it justice. So showing it in light, I gotta show it to you how it looks lit up here. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, isn't this cool? I told you, like, in the light, it does not do it justice. You have to see it lit up. But look at the detail. I think it is so amazing. I'll show you the Detroit Tigers one as well. But yeah, super, super, super happy to have this. And this will be displayed this year. All right, and here is the Detroit Tigers one. So, yeah, I love this. This is going to look so sweet lit up. And, yeah, could not be happier. So, overall, I think Joe and I, we had a wonderful time. This is our first time there at the Halfway to Halloween Expo in Ann Arbor. And, yeah, we will definitely be back next year. So, all right, friends, I think that's going to do it this time for this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a great time doing this and filming this video. We want to have a lot more adventures, and yeah, I think now we're kind of moving past the halfway to Halloween to now it's, what is it, Summerween. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. I'm learning all kinds of things as we go along here, but yeah, so please, Hallowmaniacs, yes, thank you so much for tuning in, and remember to always stay spooky, friends.
Trick or treat.